Gatewalker, hear this prophecy clearly. A financial season you have never experienced before is beginning to unfold around you, and the prosperity gate is opening in response to your presence. This is not a coincidence. This is not random timing. You are here because a shift is forming in your financial path, one that favors clarity over confusion, alignment over struggle, and steady expansion over survival. If you are listening now, the gate has already recognized you. Take a slow breath. Let the noise of urgency fade, because the future forming ahead of you is not rushed, it is intentional. Gatewalker, I see a path where your relationship with money changes first in awareness, then in structure, and finally in flow. Not through force, not through pressure, but through alignment. The kind of alignment that quietly reorganizes finances, capital, and opportunity without chaos. This moment marks the end of financial wandering. You are standing at the threshold of a new understanding. Money is not chasing you, and you no longer need to chase it. The prosperity gate opens only when awareness matures, and yours has. If you have felt recently that something is shifting beneath the surface of your finances, if questions about money, investments, or stability have been rising in your mind without clear answers, that is the gate preparing you. Gatewalker, the coming phase of your financial life is defined by direction. Not sudden miracles, not reckless expansion, but intelligent movement, capital guided with intention, finances brought into order, and money responding to clarity. Pause here. Breathe again. Imagine standing before a vast gate formed of light and structure. Not fantasy, but precision. This is not a gate of luck. It is a gate of financial awakening. It opens only when the mind is ready to see money as energy that must be directed, not desired blindly. And you are ready. The prosperity gate senses when someone is prepared to handle more responsibility, more resources, more financial weight without collapse. That is why you are here now, not earlier, not later. Gatewalker, I speak this with calm certainty. Your future finances are moving away from instability and toward coherence. Your capital will begin to flow where it is respected. Your investments of time, focus, and money will become more deliberate. And what once felt scattered will start to organize itself naturally. This is the first sign of alignment. Do not rush ahead. Do not analyze yet. Simply allow the awareness to settle. You are not being promised instant wealth. You are being prepared for sustainable prosperity. The gate does not open for those who seek money alone. It opens for those who are ready to manage energy, responsibility, and financial clarity. Gatewalker, as this video continues, the path ahead will reveal itself step by step, not as instructions, but as recognition. You will begin to notice where money leaks, where capital waits patiently, and where financial energy has been asking for structure. And most importantly, you will feel something rare. Calm confidence about your financial future. The prosperity gate is open, and you are standing exactly where you need to be. Stay with me. Gatewalker, before the path reveals itself, your inner space must be prepared. The prosperity gate does not respond to urgency, noise, or pressure. It responds to alignment. Slow your breathing now, not to escape reality, but to enter it more clearly. Inhale gently, as if you are drawing light into your chest. Exhale slowly, releasing the weight you have been carrying about money, finances, and the future. Again, and once more, notice how your body reacts when you think about money. The tension, the memories, the uncertainty. This is not weakness. This is awareness awakening. Gatewalker, financial energy cannot move freely through a tense system. Capital avoids confusion. Money hesitates where fear dominates. This is why the first step is not action, but preparation. Allow your shoulders to soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your attention settle into the present moment. You are not here to fix everything at once. You are here to realign. Imagine now a quiet inner space forming around you. A calm field where thoughts slow down and clarity becomes possible. In this space, your finances are not a problem to fight, but a system to understand. This is where financial awakening begins. Gatewalker, alignment does not mean controlling every outcome. It means becoming coherent enough that money, opportunity, and investment energy recognize stability in you. Breathe in again. As you do, imagine a subtle light moving through your financial history. Not judging it, not changing it, simply illuminating it. Past decisions, past mistakes, past successes. They no longer define you. They inform you. This is how the prosperity gate prepares a gatewalker. by dissolving shame, urgency, and comparison. There is no race here. Financial clarity arrives when the nervous system feels safe enough to see truth. And right now, safety is forming. Feel your breathing deepen. Feel your thoughts slow. You may notice a quiet realization emerging. Much of the stress around money was never about money itself. It was about uncertainty, lack of direction, and emotional noise. That noise is fading. Gatewalker, this is the moment where alignment replaces anxiety, where finances stop feeling like an enemy and start becoming a language you are ready to understand. Imagine now a soft golden glow surrounding you. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, steady and calm. This light represents order entering your financial energy. It does not rush. It organizes. Money responds to this frequency. Capital flows toward clarity. Investment energy gathers where attention is stable. Financial decisions improve when emotional pressure dissolves. You are not forcing this process. You are allowing it. The prosperity gate opens wider when the gatewalker learns to pause instead of react, to observe instead of panic, to breathe instead of chase. Stay here for a moment. Let this alignment settle into your body, your mind, and your sense of future. The path ahead will become visible not because you search harder, but because you are now prepared to see it. Gatewalker, this rite of preparation is complete. You are ready to approach the heart of the gate. Listen carefully now, because this is where the prosperity gate begins to respond. There is a truth few are prepared to hear. Money does not move toward desire, it moves toward coherence. And at this very moment, coherence is forming within you. The gate is not silent. It listens constantly. It observes how you think about money, how you hold financial responsibility, how you react when pressure appears. And now it is responding. Gatewalker, the first sign that the gate is opening is not an external event. It is an internal shift, a subtle reordering of priorities, a quiet discomfort with old financial patterns, a growing intolerance for chaos in your finances. If you have recently felt less satisfied with survival mode, less willing to accept financial confusion, this is not restlessness. It is awakening. The prosperity gate recognizes when a gatewalker is ready to move from hoping into structuring. I speak this prophecy with clarity. Your financial future will not be defined by sudden luck, but by increasing precision. You are entering a phase where money begins to respond to your decisions instead of your emotions. This is where paths begin to open. Gatewalker, imagine now that you are standing before the gate once more. This time, you notice something different. It is not a single opening, but multiple paths emerging from it. Each path represents a financial direction, a way your money, capital, and effort could flow. Not all paths are meant for you. This is a critical realization. In the past, you may have felt pulled toward every opportunity, every promise, every idea that sparkled. But the gate is now teaching discernment. Financial maturity begins when you understand that saying no protects more capital than saying yes too often. The gate responds when focus replaces distraction. Gatewalker, here is the deeper prophecy. Your finances will improve not by adding more chaos, but by removing what does not belong. Certain financial obligations, habits, or commitments will quietly lose their grip on you. Not through loss, but through clarity. You will begin to see which financial paths drain energy without building stability. Which investments of time produce movement, but no foundation. Which money flows feel busy but empty. This awareness is not punishment. It is refinement. The prosperity gate does not reward excess motion. It rewards aligned direction. As this prophecy unfolds, you may notice a new relationship forming between you and capital. Money stops feeling emotional and starts feeling informational. Each dollar, each expense, each financial choice becomes a signal instead of a source of stress. This is power. Gatewalker, I see a future where your financial decisions become slower, but stronger. Where investment energy is placed with intention, not urgency. Where finances are no longer reactive, but strategic. You are not being turned into someone cold or rigid. You are becoming someone clear. The gate responds to this clarity by stabilizing your path. Income becomes more predictable. Financial surprises become less threatening. Even unexpected expenses lose their power to shake you, because your inner structure is stronger. This is how abundance actually unfolds. Not as chaos turning into luck, but as order turning into flow. Gatewalker, hear this carefully. Money respects boundaries. Capital grows where limits are honored. Financial systems thrive when they are protected from impulse. And you are learning this now. You may begin to feel a quiet confidence about money that you have never felt before. Not excitement, not greed, but steadiness. A sense that your financial life is no longer fragile. This is the gate responding. Imagine now that one of the paths before you begins to glow more clearly than the others. It feels calm, sustainable, grounded. This path does not promise speed, it promises continuity. This is the path of aligned finances. The gate does not force you onto it. It waits for recognition. Gatewalker, your future self is already walking this path. A version of you who understands money, respects capital, and moves through financial life without panic. That version of you is not richer yet, but it is more powerful. And power always precedes prosperity. Stay present with this realization. The prosperity gate is open wider now, not because you asked, but because you are ready to see. The next phase will deepen this understanding and translate it into wisdom that quietly transforms how you handle money, investments, and financial energy. Gatewalker. Now the gate begins to speak in a language that sounds like prophecy, but moves like financial truth. Understand this. Every financial life is guided by unseen laws long before numbers appear. Money does not respond to hope. It responds to structure, intention, and awareness. And the prosperity gate opens further when you learn to read these signals. Hear the first teaching. There are two kinds of money flow. One requires your constant presence. The other continues even when you step away. Many gatewalkers confuse movement with progress. They stay busy, active, exhausted. Yet their financial position remains fragile. The gate reveals this gently. If your money stops the moment you stop, the path is incomplete. Wisdom is learning to build financial channels that do not depend entirely on your daily urgency. Capital must be allowed to work, not only be chased. The second teaching follows. Not everything that shines is meant to sustain you. Some financial paths bring excitement, but no stability. Others appear quiet, even boring, yet they hold strength. The gate teaches discernment. Money that arrives unpredictably creates emotional highs and lows. Money that arrives consistently builds peace. And peace is fertile ground for prosperity. Gatewalker, your future finances will improve when you learn to value steadiness over stimulation. This is not a loss of ambition. It is the refinement of it. The third teaching is subtle, but powerful. Expansion without structure creates collapse. The gate has seen many rush forward when money increases, only to fall back into confusion. This is why it whispers now. Strengthen the foundation before widening the opening. Organize before you accelerate. Bring order to your finances before you ask them to grow. This is how capital learns to trust you. The fourth teaching emerges quietly. Every financial path has an invisible cost. Some cost time. Some cost attention. Some cost peace of mind. The gate does not judge which cost you choose. It simply reveals them. When you begin to notice the hidden price of certain financial decisions, you gain power. Money becomes a conscious exchange instead of an emotional reaction. Gatewalker, your clarity will save more capital than any dramatic move ever could. The fifth teaching now unfolds. Reactive finances create exhaustion. Directed finances create freedom. When money decisions are made in panic, the gate narrows. When decisions are made with intention, the gate stabilizes. You are learning to direct financial energy instead of constantly repairing damage. This is maturity. The sixth teaching is often misunderstood. Not all money needs to be touched, moved, or adjusted. Some capital grows best in silence. Constant interference disrupts compounding energy. The gate teaches patience, not passivity, but restraint. Knowing when to act and when to allow financial systems to unfold without interference. Gatewalker, this wisdom is changing how you relate to money at a fundamental level. You are no longer trying to control every outcome. You are learning to cooperate with financial law. This is where abundance becomes sustainable. As this understanding settles, take a moment now. If this message is resonating, if clarity is forming where confusion once lived, honor that alignment. Like this video to seal this moment of awareness. And subscribe to the channel so you can continue walking through the prosperity gate whenever you need realignment. Gatewalker, this transmission is complete, but the path continues. Gatewalker, now the gate speaks not through instruction, but through rhythm. Not through command, but through resonance. This is the moment where understanding settles into identity. Allow your breathing to remain slow and steady. There is nothing you need to do, only something you are becoming. As you listen, Let these words pass through you like light moving through open space. They are not requests. They are not wishes. They are recognitions of alignment already forming. You are aligned with clarity in your finances. You no longer fear looking at money. You meet it with calm awareness. You honor money as organized energy. You respect capital as responsibility, not pressure. You allow financial order to replace emotional noise. Your relationship with money is changing quietly. You feel more grounded when you think about finances. You feel less urgency and more direction. You are learning to move financial energy with intention. You direct money instead of reacting to it. You allow investments of time, focus, and capital to mature without interference. You recognize that stability is power. You value steady flow over sudden movement. You trust clarity more than excitement. Your financial decisions are becoming cleaner. Less impulse. More awareness. You notice that money responds differently now. Not dramatically, but consistently. You are comfortable holding responsibility. You are capable of managing increasing financial weight. Your nervous system remains calm as your capacity expands. You allow money to stay where it grows best. You do not disturb what is compounding. You understand the strength of patience. You are no longer confused by financial noise. You recognize what sustains and what distracts. You choose paths that build peace as well as prosperity. Gatewalker, feel how these words settle into you. Not as thoughts, but as posture. A new inner stance toward money, capital, and financial life. This is alignment. The prosperity gate responds strongly to those who do not beg, chase, or fear money, but understand it. And understanding is now unfolding within you. Remain here for a moment. If this transmission is bringing you clarity, if you feel more grounded, more focused, more aligned with your financial future, like this video to anchor this moment of awakening. Subscribe to the channel so you can return to the prosperity gate whenever you need recalibration and insight. Gatewalker, this part is complete. The alignment is set. Now the gate invites you to see, not with imagination alone, but with awareness shaped by clarity. Allow your eyes to rest, whether open or closed. Let your breathing remain slow and natural. There is nothing to force here. Vision appears when the mind is quiet enough to receive it. Before you now stands the prosperity gate. It is larger than before, more defined, more stable. Its presence feels calm, not overwhelming. Powerful, yet grounded. This gate is not made of fantasy. It is made of structure, intention, and financial order. It responds to the way you now understand money, capital, and responsibility. Notice the light surrounding it. It is not flashing or dramatic. It is steady, consistent, reliable. This light represents sustainable abundance. As you observe the gate, you realize something important. It is no longer closed. It is open, not suddenly but deliberately. The opening matches your readiness. Gatewalker, step closer. As you approach, you notice paths extending beyond the gate. Not countless, not chaotic, only a few clear and well-formed. Each path represents a direction your financial life can take. One path feels noisy and rushed. Another feels demanding and unstable. And one feels calm, structured, and quietly powerful. Your attention is naturally drawn to the calm path. This is not the path of instant reward. It is the path of continuity. As you focus on it, the light along this path strengthens. The gate responds to your attention. Financial energy organizes itself around clarity. This is how direction forms. Gatewalker, imagine stepping through the gate now. As you do, notice how your posture changes. Your shoulders relax. Your breathing deepens. The anxiety you once associated with money does not follow you through. On this side of the gate, money is not an emotional weight. It is a system you understand, a flow you can read, a responsibility you can hold. You sense capital moving here, not rapidly but confidently. Investment energy settles instead of bouncing. Financial decisions feel slower, yet more certain. This is the future forming. Look ahead on the path. You see yourself making financial choices without panic. You see money staying longer where it belongs. You see stability growing quietly beneath the surface. Unexpected blessings appear here too, not as chaos, but as opportunities that feel aligned and manageable. When they arrive, you are not overwhelmed. You are prepared. Gatewalker, this vision is not a promise. It is a reflection of what becomes possible when clarity leads. The gate expands further now. Not outward, inward. It expands within you. You realize that the prosperity gate is not a destination you visit once. It is a state you return to whenever you choose alignment over reaction, structure over impulse, understanding over fear. Remain here for a moment longer. Let this image imprint itself gently. Let the calm, grounded energy of this path settle into your awareness. The vision is complete. Gatewalker, the moment of sealing has arrived. Everything you have heard was not meant to impress you. It was meant to awaken something you already carried. The prosperity gate does not open to those who only listen. It opens to those who recognize themselves in the message. And now recognition has taken place. Gatewalker, hear this final prophecy with calm certainty. Your financial future will not be ruled by confusion, urgency, or fear. It will be shaped by awareness, structure, and deliberate movement. The days of reacting blindly to money are dissolving. A new chapter is forming, one where finances obey clarity and capital responds to intention. You are stepping into a phase where money becomes quieter, but stronger, where investments of time, focus, and resources carry weight, where financial decisions feel grounded instead of rushed. This is not sudden wealth. This is something far more powerful. This is financial self-trust. The gate seals not by closing, but by stabilizing. It remains open because you are no longer trying to force it. You understand now that abundance unfolds when the inner structure is ready to hold it. Gatewalker, remember this. The prophecy was never about money arriving from nowhere. It was about you becoming someone who can sustain prosperity when it arrives. And that transformation has already begun. When challenges appear, and they will, you will meet them differently. With steadiness, with discernment, with the calm confidence of someone who understands the flow of finances rather than fears it. Unexpected blessings will still come, but now they will find you prepared. This is the mark of true alignment. The prosperity gate responds to you because you have learned to pause, to see, and to choose wisely. You no longer chase every path. You walk the one that unfolds naturally beneath your feet. Gatewalker, carry this awareness forward. Return to this transmission whenever clarity fades or pressure rises. The gate will respond again because it recognizes you. And now, before we part, if this video opened your eyes, if it brought you clarity about money, finances, or your financial path, like this video to honor that realization. And comment below the most valuable lesson you learned from this transmission. Let your words seal the insight. Also, take a moment to check if you are already subscribed to our channel, so you can continue walking through the prosperity gate whenever guidance is needed. Gatewalker, the prophecy is complete, but your path is just beginning. The gate does not open because you believe. It opens because you are ready.